calls, I thought.
That or a traffic, yeah, absolutely. That or a traffic break. He's coming up to a major where he's going to do a left here.
Let's guess.
Another U-turn. Another U-turn. Yeah.
Doing a little U-turn there.
That's like the 5th U-turn he's made.
I'm going to continue on.
Around and about.
Round and about there.
No rhyme or reason for this driver.
I'm going to stay on this side.
Yeah, absolutely no reason to be
continue north.
Trying to get away from these cops.
Well, getting a little bit of a different angle now. We've got the driver's side. We had the passenger side looking into the sun.
We got
this should
another
be a little
view
bit
here.
better. And we still can't see if there's any more than one person in the car.
Can't even see who's in there.
It'd be interesting to know whether they've actually looked inside the car, been able to, because
that
they've
would
had
be
a couple black and whites get close enough.
Holy crap, there could be people
whether it's
in there.
tinted or not.
Well, the front windshield obviously would not be tinted, and he has been face
Well, of course
to face
not. He got to see out of it.
LAPD officers several times at the pit maneuver, and then also on the 5 when he got stuck there. He sat there for at least 4 to 5 minutes. So hopefully they were able to do some looking into the vehicle as much as they could.
Polite.
Still on their tail,
He tried to make a right, then he decided no, and then he decided yes, he's going to do a right turn. So whether it's because it doesn't look like there's a lot of traffic here or some other reason, but now he's eastbound.
Now he's eastbound.
And you said this started in the Newton area for LAPD, right?
Breaker 19.
Right. You know what? And they've got the traffic to be able to do it. So we're going to jump up a little bit closer here because they've increased their speed. We're going to stay right with him here.
Lickety split now.
So about 30, 35 miles an hour,
30, 35 miles. What do you say there, Barbara?
He's going 55.
Oh, he's going at least 55 or he ain't going 90.
Yeah, I think they probably get too many cars that are parked along the sidewalk to do a pit maneuver. Even though
I can't even do a pit maneuver.
We've got a great area right here. If they can do it.
How come you can't do a pit maneuver when you want one?
It's such a tricky moment for them to have to decide when and where to do it, because you've got to make sure other vehicles are coming in the direction.
We got to kill somebody on camera, and we don't want to look like we're, trying to kill somebody.
Especially those cars that are coming in, has to walk there.
This guy has no rights on this earth to get away.
If you see one of these coming at you or in front of you, just hold your lane, hold your speed, because they're counting on you not to move around a lot if you're close in the area. And one car pulled over to the right, which is probably a good idea because he's past it.
Probably a good idea.
Let's see. Through the intersection, everybody's stopping to avoid. He's got that black and white pretty close behind him. Oh, and was he going to do another U-turn? So we'll be back westbound.
Westbound on a dime. Loaded
Have you ever
up
seen this many U-turns? I don't know.
No.
I don't think so. I think it's almost like this guy
Bob.
Here comes the pit.
You just don't know your high-speed chases.
He's going to jump up on him.
Oh, he's going to jump right up on him. Jump right out of the police car and jump on the top of his roof. Probably comes
like
through the top.
An attention-getting pursuit, where they're just basically wanting them to follow. And then when he was like sitting there watching them, just sort of taking it all in, doesn't really seem like he has a location where he's wanting to go. And his speeds have actually been
when he gets all the
slow,
police in town
hitting,
chasing him around and around in the U-turns.
Now he's back in the lower 60s.
Done
that's pretty quick.
Robbing the bank on the other side of town.
For these streets here. Lucky there's not a lot of traffic.
Great plan, man.
And maybe too quick for a pit. I know they need a minimum speed, but I'm sure there's a maximum speed.
Yeah.
So it may not be safe at these higher speeds, no matter what the deal is.
I don't think a pit bull could chase him down that fast.
And that wouldn't be good. So
that wouldn't be good.
Continuing on here, and we are headed westbound back to the major, which I think is Beach.
Oh, we're back heading to the major. So we do that U-turn thing
again, this is on Rosecrans Avenue in La Mirada. We see them in Anaheim, Fullerton, Buena Park. And again, a gray Honda stolen in the Newton Division, just south of downtown Los Angeles. And as we said, the driver of this vehicle has been the king of the U-turns.
King of the U-turns,
including one on the 5 freeway, which is something I have never seen.
I hate to break it to you, buddy, but that's not a U-turn. That's a left turn.
I don't think I've seen a U-turn. I've seen him get on the freeway going the wrong way, but I haven't seen a U-turn.
Now that's not a U-turn. That's
He's
more like
eventually going to get stuck in traffic, like right now.
Like right now.
Yeah.
And then you get pinned in there.
And then you get pinned right in there,
Let's put a stop
see?
to this thing. I mean, come on.
Come on now.
Off to the right. Can you... Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez, Barb.
Yeah, because the more he continues to zoom back and forth on the U-turn, he's eventually at those intersections going to get himself pinned in, which he almost did when he was on the 5. He basically was on the opposite side of the 5 going against traffic and then came up on a construction area. And thank goodness, I don't think we saw any construction workers out there.
Thank goodness.
He was able to try to do that U-turn on the 5 and eventually just did a 3-point turn and was going back in the normal direction but didn't move, just sat there for a while. But the great thing is LAPD, they know what they're doing in terms of stopping traffic and holding traffic, and so they were able to
and didn't do nothing. I don't know what the heck was going
drivers on the 5 blocked for a moment so they would not be in the way of this vehicle.
It's just crazy.
Look at this car like zooming up.
Now see, this is what you do not
What is he doing? Are they trying to pit him?
He wants to stop this guy. This is somebody that sees him, and this is never good.
Nah, this is never good when you got
especially if
some
the guy's
crazy
armed or something.
pedestrian out there.
And you know what? The guy in the black car could go to jail for interfering.
Yeah.
That's all there is
really?
to it. You're 148 PC, interfering.
He's going to try to pin him in right here.
It's probably undercover.
Yeah, come on. Why would you want to do that?
It's an undercover.
Let the cops do their job. No matter how long it takes.
Let the guy get away,
man. The scary thing about that is you don't know if he's armed and dangerous. You know, he could pull a weapon out and shoot you.
They're in on it together. They're robbing a bank across town.
This is definitely what Mike, you were talking about, like when things like this happen, just stay your course, do your thing, don't necessarily try to intervene because it can make everything more dangerous.
Stay the course.
Another U-turn.
That guy in the black car, has been watching a little bit too much TV.
We'll call
I don't think he's too worried about guns because he
criminal.
wouldn't do that unless
he's robbing a bank. We'll call him the
So another U-turn. So we're headed back
robber.
south towards the 5, still about a mile away. But he seems to be, if there's any change in his behavior, it's been staying in this one area.
Yeah. That's the change. He just stayed in the
doing
same
that
area.
U-turn, he probably did the driver of that black car a favor because he's more important to pursue than police chasing down the black car that was interfering here. So he'll just go on his merry way after doing something stupid there for a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're going to say goodbye to the black car and just focus on this guy. Now, if it would have been any different, then of course everybody goes to jail. But
everybody.
He's by
anything
himself
different
now.
than
We'll
this,
see what
and we're going to
happens.
just arrest everybody on the block.
Traffic looks fairly light, continuing southbound.
We'll arrest that whole
now
damn
towards the
town if
5,
we got to.
Still about a mile away. Stolen vehicle from Newton.
27 million
Right
people
over the
all
top
going to
of here
jail.
at 18.
They better snap out of it.
This pursuit going for at least an hour here, starting around 12:45 this afternoon. And as we had discussed, eventually he's going to start hitting some traffic with these side streets and intersections. So he's going to have to make a decision what to do in that situation. And here, slowing down.
Yep, Lou, you guessed it.
You guessed it. He slowed down there,
It's a really crowded intersection. And
what do you get? What's behind door number 3?
Maybe.
He's in the right turn lane now. And he turned left.
Okay.
Now we better get... They better take him to prison now.
Okay, good.
Oh, my goodness. They just threw a snake out in front of him.
He can't reverse.
He's going to back right into him.
It's time to go to jail.
You can't fool the U-turn criminal.
So if he did back into the police vehicle and hit it at all, that's another charge.
That's another
now he's really going to jail.
Yep, good point.
Plus, he probably didn't identify himself.
You could even consider that ADW with the vehicle right now because he definitely made that railroad move.
Definitely did.
And he knew he was being followed, and he backed up.
Now he's really in trouble.
Another one. This guy's going to jail for a long time.
He's going for a long time. He bumped into a police car.
That's the thing is people don't realize this guy's going to jail for at least a year.
At
least a year.
20 years.
And,
Heck, shoot.
They're racking up the crimes as they go.
Yeah.
And they're all felonies,
Yeah, every one of those...
Not to mention the stolen vehicle.
Yeah. And every U-turn is another $1,000
he's
tacked
hitting
on.
like 73 miles per hour on these
How does she know how fast
he's
going?
Definitely
looking at another black line.
Breaking the speed limit there and now back into the 40s, but he hit 73 just
Radar
now.
would tell you average
Your eyes
speed.
are better than mine.
Well, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know about that, Bob. Are you some kind of an idiot or something?
All right,
He's
another turn.
staying in the right direction, the correct direction, because we have seen this driver drive super erratically opposite side of the road, facing other cars, and it's just incredibly dangerous for unsuspecting drivers.
It's incredibly dangerous when
who
you're
don't see them, and
endangering the whole
that's what we were
world there.
saying. Just keeping your eyes on the road. It's just a great reminder.
How
Just
dare
you never
they
know
be
what's going to
dangerous
pop
when
up
they're on a high-speed chase?
in situations like this. I mean, split
Boy,
second.
you're so right. You know, and so we're westbound now again. So we're westbound, basically away from the freeway, and then a left turn to basically southeastbound. But you're so right about this thing happening, and it just takes a fraction of a second, if you're not watching. And especially in a pursuit, it's even quicker.
Even quicker
Okay,
than
now
a fraction
on
of a
Alondra
second.
Boulevard in Buena Park, and again, we've seen him basically since he got off the 5 freeway. It's either been Anaheim, Fullerton, Buena Park, now La Mirada. Looks like another pit maneuver coming up here.
Do it.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Oh, come on.
Ah, come
He's got
on.
6 black and whites behind him.
Well, he hit the accelerator. He sped up. He saw it.
Well, he hit the
coming.
gas pedal there, Bob. You gotta learn these things. You hit that
I
gas
can't imagine
pedal and that
Honda
car
is more
goes.
powerful than that SUV.
It's called a gas
I'm
pedal.
surprised at the lack of traffic out here.
Yeah, that's what I'm
There's not a
surprised
lot.
at. Right? Why every
Looks like another
time he
turn
needs
here,
to
maybe.
have a free lane, there's just one
Yeah,
provided
right
for
turn.
him.
Okay,
And all the cars
you
just
okay.
separate and part.
So now,
And then
why
when
he
one
would
car
make
gets
that
in his
turn,
way, you
I
get
don't
mad.
know, because that was wide open.
That was wide open, Bob.
Borders parallels the railroad tracks. So continuing west towards the 5.
Towards the 5.
Okay, so if he is
Okay.
headed toward the 5, maybe he knows that and he's going to get back on
Maybe
the 5.
he
It
knows
would be
where he's
great to
going,
get
Bob.
him. Oh, there we
Here
go.
we
Get it.
Oh,
come.
Oh,
Gosh.
God, I almost cussed there.
This guy doesn't seem impaired,
no.
you know, because he's very aware of what's going
I
on
don't think
around
he's
him.
drunk
Well,
there,
if he's
sis.
reacting that quick.
Yeah.
I think he's running for his life.
Absolutely. So he can't say he didn't know what he was doing,
Yeah,
because
you
he
can't
is
say he didn't know.
keeping an eye on those black and
By
whites
this-
and making the right
By
moves
this point,
to
I
avoid
think he knows
capture.
there's people following him.
So he has, can he get on the freeway from here?
Can he
I'm
get on
looking
the
up
freeway?
ahead.
That's the question.
No, he has to
No.
go up about another mile.
Can't do it.
So in a mile, he could get on the 5 in either direction?
Well, he could. No,
Yes.
clear this
He's
up,
got
Bob.
about another mile to go. He's going to
Oh, in a mile he could.
Basically, but he would have to make a
because I
right
was
turn
racking my
right
brain
now
there for a second.
if he's going to do it, and I don't see him doing it.
I don't see him doing it either, Bob.
So he missed his opportunity
Yeah,
right there?
he missed it right there, Bob.
Well, he still has about another block to go. If he bears to the right, he can parallel the freeway and then go to the next on-ramp. Let's see if he does that.
Well, he's going to make another
That's kind of
U-turn, of course. He's called the
he
U-turn.
would have to know the streets to
bank
know to be
robber.
able
Yeah.
to do that.
Yeah.
So see what's happening
Maybe
here.
he don't want on the freeway. He's still luring all
No
the
traffic
police
blocks
away from
or
the
traffic
bank on the other side
breaks
of
on
town.
these side streets. They're just basically following him. I can't see with my monitors. Look like those red light flashers are on that Code 3 equipment on top of the black and white. They are? Okay, thanks, Rich. So he's got red lights and siren behind him, which is good for everybody else. They can see it coming, hear it coming.
And how
A
many
little bit of
how many
traffic coming
vehicles
up.
are LAPD vehicles are behind him
Yeah,
right now?
Bob, how many?
That is a great question.
That's a good question.
I think, is that Sheriff's or
I
LAPD?
think-
So that's LAPD, Shop 511, which would be considered the primary vehicle, the
I would
primary
think that would be the
officers.
primary there, Bob.
What's that? Yeah. So they would authorize this guy to pit. If he failed, they could get the backup guy to do it. But
Got
this
authorization
one's
from
called
Prime.
the primary officer, and he's the first one on the car. But everybody has to remember the suspect is the one that's determining what's happening.
That's
here
what you
in this
got to
chase.
remember.
Yeah.
It's either going to come out smoothly, or people are
Yeah.
not going to get hurt, or it's going to be ugly. And
Oh,
it's
I
all
agree,
the
Bob.
driver's fault,
Absolutely.
no matter what the officers do.
I
Okay.
agree with
So
that
he-
100%.
Tried to fake a turn there.
Now you're thinking.
Or changed his mind.
Oh, yeah. Could have done that, too.
You can see on the right-hand side there the spike strip.
Yeah, you
that
see
they
that on
tried
the
to
right-hand
throw,
side
and he
there,
backed
Bob?
in. I think he hit the vehicle.
If he hit that vehicle,
I
as
think
you
he
said,
hit the
that's assault
vehicle.
with a deadly
Yeah,
weapon,
he's
so that's
definitely
another
going to
charge
prison for
against
the rest of
him.
his life.
That happened about 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, so ADW with a vehicle, failure to yield.
Oh, you didn't
stolen
yield
car,
either. Or stop at a
felony
stop
evading,
sign. And there's
driving
too many
opposite
dead
direction.
gum U-turns.
Yeah.
That should get him
a whole
life.
bunch of lives in jeopardy. And, yep, he's going away for a long,
yeah,
long
shoot,
time.
man. When you start doing that many U-turns, you're going away for a long time.
Most of this is taking place in Orange County, so
and in
most of it
Orange
depends on where it
County
gets
to
prosecuted,
boot.
whether it's LA County or Orange County.
You know, because LA County probably get away with it.
Good question. I'm wondering, because it happened in LA County, whether he goes back. I know Newton officers will take the guy into custody, do all the paperwork in Newton, and put him in county jail. How much Orange County would be involved?
Oh, man,
I don't know. Check
you're
this
racking
out.
my
Here
brain,
comes
Bob.
a
That's
maybe
really
a pin.
confusing. And right now, I'm just concentrating on catching the guy.
Jamming
I
on
can't
the
even
airspeed
think about
or
all
the,
this.
Forward speed here, coming up to a right turn committed north.
Wow. Which jail will we take him to? That is what I would like to know.
7, I've got you below.
Will it be the LA
Now
jail
here we
or
go.
Orange County?
Whoa.
Because that would make all the difference in the world.
Wrong
right?
side of the road
Oh,
again.
boy.
Oh, my goodness.
And this is a fairly residential area.
Yeah, now this is
once you get off
residential
this
as well.
this divided highway. It's residents on both sides.
On
He
both
didn't even
sides.
try to get back on the correct
He ain't even
side.
trying,
just that
no.
He had an
Right.
opportunity.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
she's got an eye for this. Woo! I mean, you can see he's not even trying. Oh, slick,
Right.
Joe.
Another U-turn.
Another U-turn. And this time
That
in
was
the very
technically a
lane that he was
three-point
doing
Okay, well,
Oh.
We are counting
funny.
the differences between the U-turns because we've seen about 8 of them.
Another
Yeah,
spike
8 of
strip.
them now.
Oh.
coming up.
I think he just ran over it.
Just ran over
he
it. Good.
just...
Oh.
What happened, Bob? Tell me.
Really? I didn't. Okay. Well, that was great.
They're not sure whether he hit it.
Okay.
They're not sure.
Okay, so now he's on Alondro Boulevard, back on Alondro.
Westbound, yep.
The windows are tinted in the vehicle, so you can't really, you
Yeah.
actually can't
This is
tell.
textbook.
But from the windshield shot that we had for a moment, a little while ago, it sort of looked like one person.
He's also in Norwalk, so
Right.
he's back in LA County.
Uh-huh.
Okay, well, I guess he's not going to have to worry about going to Orange County jail.
All right, we're going to get a little bit closer to him here and continuing westbound.
Another
U-turn.
dadgum U-turn. What is that, 9?
This is definitely cat and mouse.
This
is
is
like he has
definitely
no,
now cat and mouse.
or he's just trying to figure out where the 5 is.
Yeah.
I
That
mean,
could be,
who
because he's
knows?
pretty close to it.
Yeah.
We're
just
flying
trying to
right
figure
over
out
the
where the
top
5
of this
is.
guy. And luckily, Rich Prickett knows exactly what he's doing with the camera, although his pilot doesn't sometimes. So right underneath the skids, we're going to continue around, and the camera didn't jumble. Good job, Rich, thank you. So back eastbound, we're about a half a mile away from the 5. If he were to make that right turn,
If he were just
be
to
able
make
to
the
get back on
right-hand
5.
turn,
He's not going to do it.
he's not going to
Okay.
do it. He's just not going to do it, Bob. It's
Any
frustrating.
chance he can
It's
find
frustrating.
the end of the 105 from where he's...
What about the 105?
Driving right
Yeah,
now.
what about that?
Good one.
That's
And
a good one.
that went wrong side of the road again.
There he goes again.
That would be he needs to. That'd be
No.
too tough to find.
Too tough.
But he could get to the 105, but that's in the opposite direction.
Yeah.
Okay.
He'd have
I
to go
wonder
the
why he's
opposite
but,
getting
way.
on the opposite side. Is he avoiding the
Well, he's in the
spike
opposite
strips, or what's his
side of the
I'd say
road.
thought here?
It's a way
So
to
it
get
is-
some
he is
distance between him
capable
and the
of doing it.
officers
Yeah.
because they've got to be a little more. They're going to be a little more
He's
cautious.
going the right
driving
way in the
along
wrong
side of road.
direction.
As a matter of fact, you saw the last time he did that, the officer didn't even go on the other side.
And
of the
then,
road,
you know,
so-
the officer
There
didn't
he's
even...
passing
know,
other cars.
You're right. In fact, we just picked up some scanner traffic that the whoever, whether a watch commander or field supervisor, said you can't follow him on the wrong side of the road.
Oh,
so
you just
that's
can't
good.
do that. Okay.
That's
Whoa.
good. Back on, yeah. I got to jump down here a little bit.
We've seen, 3 attempts at a pit maneuver?
Yeah.
One that,
Oh.
interesting.
Okay. Looked like he The guy in the pickup truck almost had the same idea, right?
Yep.
Started to back up a little bit. I'm telling you, if you bring your stolen car to Orange County, you better watch out. Folks are going to try to stop you.
Yeah, by the way, we're now in Santa Fe Springs.
Out of 478 cars, 2 of them
top of your 18.
have stopped in the middle of the road.
Turn, he's south of the 5, so he's turning away from the freeway.
Who in the world is going to jump into a car chase?
And now on Carmenita Road.
He probably likes Willie Nelson.
Are there a lot of LAPD vehicles behind him, Mike, or is it like we saw earlier, there were like 9 behind him? Is it still pretty crowded?
Well, last one we counted 6, and so they may all be LAPD. I couldn't see from the door, but we counted 6 black and whites or 6 of those
County in there,
cruisers, which are tough in a pursuit. Those I'd rather be in a car than a SUV as far as chasing somebody.
Those LA cops, they're tough.
Yeah,
but that's what they have. So, you know, the whole idea, it started a few years ago with the CHP, was just non-engagement, with the least amount of effort necessary to successfully take somebody into custody. And then, of course, it depends on, you know, what's happening at the moment.
Until they run out of gas.
Chasing these guys into the ground,
you know,
they pull off more than
cops can have other people stopping
and it started with the CHP
helping them refill with gas.
In the mid-'80s.
But the guy that they're chasing, he can't stop the gas.
They'll do the surveillance mode, right?
They're just running out of gas.
Right, tracking, exactly.
About
and
hour
they did that, and then after CHP, then LA Sheriff's Department started. The place where they really don't do that anymore is San Bernardino and Riverside County.
Yeah,
they
San
follow
Bernardino,
those guys,
they're
no matter where they go.
Darn San Bernardino
they don't really have
cops.
These long-lasting pursuits. Of course, they have wide open spaces, you know.
Because they live out in the
real
desert.
close to the 5 here. Or the 90, I'm sorry, the 90.
They ain't got freeways like this.
No, 91.
Yeah, I think it's going to be the 91.
Yep, absolutely. So south and approaching the 91. Got some traffic up ahead. Got access to the freeway if he makes a right-hand turn.
All you gotta
so
do is
that
make
would be
a
the
right-hand
westbound
turn.
side of the 91.
But then that would blow his whole plan, keeping all the cops over
here. He may not even know this
going
area.
around and around.
But again, a stolen car from Newton Division. This has been going on for about an hour, maybe a little more. And into the left turn lane and no U-turn. Okay, good. So continuing south, he missed his access to the freeway.
This is kind of like the FBI after Joe Biden. Oop, he did another U-turn. Woo-hoo. Biden lied again.
Just that's the 91 you saw him cross over.
Procedures.
91 freeway. And he slowed down quite a bit. Let's see. Boy, let's see if they'll pit him here. This is okay. We're gonna zoom in on the tires here
Let's
in a second,
zoom in there.
and we'll see if there's any damage.
Do a
we
little
should
zoom
see
there. That'd be a great spot for that.
What do they look like to you?
From when they thought, from the spike strip that they threw?
Yeah, they don't look like there's any damage.
Yeah, must have missed it. Okay.
Must have.
And the general direction here
Not having
is
any luck with those
and just crossed over the 91.
tire poppers.
We're now in La Palma on Carmenita Road, so boy, he's been through quite a few jurisdictions here.
Oh boy. We're not going to know where to put him in jail when we get him.
Still not driving really fast, though. He's only like low 40s. I know that car slowed him down there for a bit, but we've seen pursuits before where they're on these service streets going 70 miles an hour.
Thank you.
Blowing
Thank you, Barb.
through intersections. And
how brilliant.
Just a lot of U-turns.
Just a lot of U-turns.
He's trying to figure out where he wants to go.
Yep. All right.
Disgusting,
a little aviation house cleaning
right there in front
here
of the
as
children.
we catch up with everybody on the radios to get through another airport traffic area. So continuing south, about a mile south of the 91.
Yeah.
You know, they've had enough time. I would like to know what the owner of this vehicle has to say.
Yeah, that's what I would like to know.
Whether he even knows it's stolen.
You know.
I was looking up we had talked about the minimum speed for pit maneuvers, and it says typically police regulation recommends that an officer not attempt the pit at speeds greater than 35 miles per hour.
So that makes, did it give a minimum? I always heard it was at least like 18 to 21 for a minimum. So there's a small window of opportunity there for sure.
Yeah, I got max. Yeah. Somebody actually texted me that maximum
Max
35 miles per hour
35.
during the pit. Slower
Maximum, okay.
speed pits may not cause the suspect vehicle to stall out. So.
Because you think about it, you've got a missile, a 4,000-pound missile out of control, and you want to make sure you know what's around it, that's for sure.
You want no missiles. Turn this into
So we made
missile.
a right turn. We're westbound now, just north of the Los Alamitos Air Station.
You know what? I got an idea, Bob. Let's rewind
If we're close
or
to Long Beach, I can stretch it to an hour 15.
go forward on this and see what happens. Because this is kind of
ready to
boring.
cross over the
Did
wash.
you get him?
Go ahead,
It
I'm
would have
sorry.
been great
Uh-oh.
if they had.
It ends in a...
Car.
You know, I'm a little surprised just noticing on
They
the
got him.
live shot that Chip's giving us from across the street from the target. His window is only rolled down maybe 2 inches. It looks now like it's about halfway down.
Yep.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, I saw it go up and down a couple times there in chip shot.
Yeah,
So I don't know if
going
he's
up and
just
down like
seeing
that.
an officer come up with something that he's trying to block or whatever. But I wouldn't doubt that they'd knock some more of the windows out so they could give him less concealment, because that's what's on his side right now, because those windows are tinted so heavily they really can't see in there. So
They
if
really
they
can't
take the
see in
windows out, they'll be able to
here it comes.
take away his hiding
He
ability
comes jumping
or
out of there real
concealment
quick
ability.
here.
And so
Take positions,
I'm
guys.
surprised they haven't taken out that driver window, because
I'm
with
surprised.
that tissue or with the film that's on the inside of that window, if you hit that with a less lethal beanbag, it'll just shatter the window and most likely hold all the glass in place, so he's not going to get showered by glass. So
Just sort of
we've seen that.
honeycomb.
Well, he just
it'll do that,
rolled
but-
it down a little farther. So I mean,
there it goes, coming down just a little bit more. So they're back to snag you every once in a while when
Right.
you can't get away. And then
Yeah,
all of a sudden
they
he
got
does.
him.
But they're right now you can obviously see this. You're saying amped up and things of that sort. It's amazing what
Look at
these
that.
guys can do.
498.
When their adrenaline's way up, and there may be some type of narcotic on board that's
That's a
cutting
21.
down
2
on
and
the
1
pain
is 3.
threshold. But a Malinois biting on your arm is unbelievable.
Oh, you got
I've
that
trained with them,
5.72
and
over
they
there,
have
too.
an incredible bite. Now, then again,
14
who
and
knows
1
if
and
the
4
dog
is
got
5.
a good bite onto the leg, or
Well,
is it just onto that?
obviously, he's
pant
having a
leg or
bad
sleeve or
day.
something. That sort of didn't get
His
onto
numbers
it
are
pretty
just
well,
not
but he was
adding
getting
up.
jerked around a little bit there. So, but the 2 rounds that went through, one went right through
2
the window
rounds
and
of
hit him.
that.
So
That's
you can
enough
tell
for
he
me.
probably fired that.
All right, let's see what
More.
happens.
It's incredible.
Yeah, what
Oh,
we've seen in the last
he's a big
15
boy.
minutes was
We've never seen that.
Putting him in the
very
squad
bizarre.
car 116,
Yes.
guys.
But
All right.
finally, this guy's in handcuffs.
And then he'll be
We're
heading
gonna
back
go,
up
guys.
shortly, probably. So,
Have a
I've been
great
on these
day.